gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Déjame decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Oye, él no te quiere, no sabe cuidarte. Oye, yo tengo un mundo para darte. Yo solo quiero cuidarte. Oye, mueve la cintura. Oye, que seas mía toda la vida. Solo eso quiero.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, where we bring you moments of your life. It's Friday, and it's sport of your life. Yesterday, Man United had the moments of their life. Man United fans saw the kind of drama that usually belong to fiction unfold before their very own eyes. And it wasn't Fergie's time. Coming from 2 goals down to win 5-4 was absolutely outstanding. Tottenham and Chelsea also qualified for the next round in the Europa and Conference League respectively. With the performance of English team, can we say English is dominating Europe? Can we say that the English league is more competitive than other leagues in Europe? When we open the studio line, this is what we'll be discussing for today. Let me just call the studio line so that we'll prepare. I'll take 1 or 2 stories and then we'll talk about that. The lines that you use to reach us is 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464. But before we open the studio lines, let's take 1 or 2 news around the sport news around the world before we'll come back to take our those calls. Nigeria track champion and world 100-meter hurdles record holder Tobi Amusan is set to light up the track once again as she officially headlined the star-studded entry list for the 2025 Diamond League season opener in Xiamen, China. Scheduled for April 26th, the Xiamen meeting will mark the 3rd edition of the Chinese leg of the prestigious series and Amusan's first major outing for the year on the global stage. Amusan, who set the world record of 12.12 seconds in the 2022 World Championship, and enters the 2025 campaign ranked 13 globally, but looks poised to climb that list quickly after a strong start to the season. Nigeria under-20 national team head coach Ali Zubairu has released a 24-man squad for the upcoming 2025 African Under-20 Cup of Nations, set to kick off in Egypt in 10 days' time. The squad comprised of a mix of home-based players and foreign-based professionals, including several who play their club football in Europe. The squad is expected to travel to Egypt in the coming days for a final training camp ahead of the competition. Nigeria is record 7-time winner of the Under-20 AFCON, will be aiming for an 8th title and a place at the 2025 Under-20 World Cup. The 2025 African Under-20 Cup of Nations will also serve as Africa's qualification tournament for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, with the top 4 teams guaranteed automatic qualification. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Today is Friday and it's Sport of Your Life. My name is Kuji Benjamin. Okay, back to our issue of our topic of discourse. Is the English League dominating Europe? Is the English League dominating Europe? We see what the English League have done in a couple of days. The English League, they have actually, in the Champions League, they did very well. Arsenal defeated the Kings of Europe 5-1 on aggregate. Manchester United also defeated Lyon 6-6 on aggregate. Tottenham also defeated Frankfurt by a lone goal. All I'm talking about is aggregate. Then Chelsea also defeated Ligia Wajwa 4-2, and they are all in the semi-finals of the various competition. I didn't separate it. For Arsenal, it is the Champions League. Manchester United and Tottenham, it's for the Europa, while Chelsea is for the Conference Leagues, just in case you don't understand that. So what is your take on this? Is the English team, are they doing well? Are the English team doing well? Is the English League dominating Europe? That is what we are trying to ask today. You can hit our numbers. You can call us on 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464. In the English League, they are doing very, very well now. And what we are hearing is that the qualification for Champions League, normally for Champions League, is the first 4 in every of the major European leagues that qualify for the Champions League. But with the performance of Arsenal defeating Real Madrid, Arsenal performance defeating Real Madrid means the English League will be having 5 slots in the Champions League. That is what it boils down to. With the new format that the European Football Federation says, it will be performance based. So possibly in the Europe, the English League may even have even more than that 5, because if Manchester United or Tottenham end up winning the Europa, that will be 6. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. English, are they actually dominating? Are they just making headways? When we see that, like the Spanish football, we know the Spanish football. Of course, we know how dominating Real Madrid can be. But for the Spanish football, it's normally Real Madrid, Barcelona. In Bundesliga, it's normally just Bayern Munich. We don't say Leverkusen, Dortmund. But England, there is always something different to say. You can call us and tell us what you feel about this. Call our studio lines on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. What is your take? Is the English League dominating Europe? What is your take on that? Yesterday, Manchester United fans, I think they have never had it the way they had it yesterday. A lot of them got angry and even left the match before the end of the match. Some of them heard the shouting and they had to come back. They had to come back because of what it's been a long time. Manchester United gave their fan the kind of football they saw yesterday. Coming from 2 goals down. Actually, they were leading 2 goals. The other team equalized. Lyon equalized, then scored 2 more goals. Manchester United had to come grind out results. They came, equalized those 2 goals, and at the dying minute, extra time, they scored the winning goal. So that's what we are saying. Is the English League, is there something special about the English League? It has been a topic of debate over the years. It has been a topic of debate over the years. Some people say football is in Spain. Some say football is in England. Some argue that it is because of the English press and the media that makes the English League so much talked about. What is your take on that? You can call our numbers. Call our numbers on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. You can also be a part of the show when you comment on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I will be here to read your comments live. And when we come here, we'll read your comments, and I think it's going to be a nice one. So, the English League, right now, Liverpool is topping the league with 76 points. Arsenal, 63 points. Newcastle, 59 points. Nottingham Forest, 57 points. Man City, 55 points. So, do you think that the English League is actually dominating Europe? With what we saw Arsenal played against the kings of Europe. We call them the kings of Europe because Real Madrid have a whopping 15 Champions League. Nobody come close to them. So they played Real Madrid as if it was nothing. So you can call us and let us hear what you have to say on 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464, and let's hear what you have to say about English League dominating the European football. And there is something that they are also talking about. The UEFA are talking about the method of qualification. It's going to change a little. There's a new law on how they qualify. Normally, the first 4 are going to qualify. When the first 4 qualifies, then that is for the Champions League. The first 4 will qualify. Then for the Europa, the club that comes the 5th will play the Europa, and also the FA Cup winner. For the Conference League is the winner of the Carabao Cup. For now, I think the winner of Carabao Cup is Newcastle. That is also settled. Newcastle is settled. But what about if Newcastle eventually, because Newcastle is among the top 5 right now, if they qualify for the Champions League, I don't think they'll be playing the Carabao again. You can hit us up on our studio line 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464, and let us hear what you have to say about this. The FA Cup, right now, the FA Cup, you have Crystal Palace. The clubs are still remaining in the FA Cup. I think we have a caller. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Good evening. My name is Charles. I'm calling from the back of Kuji.
Please, can you move away from your radio set?
I'm already on my youth.
Please, move away from your radio set. Then
I'm out from my radio set.
Okay, introduce yourself again.
My name is Charles. I'm calling from the back of Coca-Cola.
Okay, Charles, go on.
Yes. As you earlier said, I've said it all. The English League is even more better and practical of football, especially in our current time. So all the tournaments you listed there,
Yes.
most of the English teams are there.
Yeah.
So for now, I would say the English teams are topping in, especially what Arsenal did to Real Madrid currently. I think they are on the top list.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling.
That's just my take on it for
All
now.
right. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
This caller tend to agree with what we're saying here. Not that I am saying it. It's based on what I am seeing, the statistics that we have on ground here that I'm actually saying. He's tend to agree that the English league is way, way up there. There used to be this argument that the Spanish league is way better than the English league. It's just the press and the media that the English league have. That is why we talk about the English league the more. What is your take on that? You can call us on our studio line 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. Call, hit us up and let us hear your own view about what we are discussing. Do you think that English league is way better than the other leagues? The German Bundesliga, the Ligue 1, the Italian Serie A, the Spanish La Liga. Is the English league ahead of them? Because the French Ligue 1, people say, some people even call it the Farmers League, because they say it's just PSG and nothing more. Only PSG. When it comes to the Italian Serie A, we know of Juventus, the old ladies of Turin, AC Milan, Inter Milan, but they are, Inter Milan is still in the Champions League, but there is nothing to show for other clubs in Italy. How about the Spanish La Liga? In the Spanish La Liga, we just have Barcelona remaining. The German Bundesliga. In the German Bundesliga, there is no team remaining in German Bundesliga. So what is your take on that? Call us and tell us what your take on this is. Our studio line again is 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464. Call us and tell us what your take on this is. Like I was saying, the Champions League, the qualification for Champions League is the first 4 teams in the Premier League. Then for the Europa is the 5th team and the winner of the FA Cup. Now, in the FA Cup, we still have 4 teams remaining. We have Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Man City, and Nottingham Forest. Now, these are just permutations that we are talking about now, actually, permutations. Now, either of these can win the FA Cup, right? And let's say Nottingham Forest, they are number 4 on the Premier League. Man City, they are number 5 on the league. And if any of them eventually wins the FA Cup, that means a slot will be going to another different. That slot will be going to another different team, because they will definitely qualify for the Champions League. So you discover that the English team. Okay, we have a call here. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, what's your name?
Evening.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling.
Hello.
Hello, I'm calling from Akodi DGRA.
And what's your name?
My name is Benny CRF.
Okay, what is your take on this?
Well, first of all, as an Arsenal fan, I'm happy that we were able to qualify for the semi-final. Nobody gave us a chance, even after the first leg. But we are in the Champions League semi-final now. That's number 1. Number 2, what is happening in the EPL is to show you that the league is very competitive. Anybody can beat anybody. You understand?
Yes.
While we're talking about the top 4 that is really becoming the most difficult in recent time,
Yes.
all Chelsea needed to do was to just get 3 points and then leapfrog Man City, and they would have been in top 4. But it happened that Ipswich they're struggling in they're struggling in the relegation water.
Yes.
They were able to make it up to make it difficult for Chelsea, and that is how it's going to pan out.
Yes.
It tells you that if we look at the league very well, Arsenal is not on the tail of Liverpool because of some refereeing decisions and everything. But it makes you know that the league is very, very. But that's the truth.
Are you giving excuses?
Not excuse. A club that has been finishing second in the past 2-3 seasons, and then probably because we've been at most times we are robbed. What was the difference with Arsenal and Man City last season? It was just 2 points, and you could see that Newcastle won Arsenal because a goal was out of the pitch. They still brought it back in, and they allowed to be a goal. So, but that's not the truth. So, if you look at it very well, if Arsenal are given fair officiating, then they have been in the semi-final of the league. It's not a fluke. It's as a result of hard work of a number of years that has contributed into what we are now.
Okay.
So everybody in the league, it shows you that the league is very, very competitive. All it's just lacking now is fair officiating.
Okay.
But
now with Arsenal winning, beating Real Madrid, Arsenal has given the Premiership one more slot in the Champions League.
Yes.
Now, who do you think that slot is going to? Because right now on the table we have Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, right? And the fifth is Man City, and sixth is Chelsea. Who do you think is going to get this?
And even Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Yeah.
What I'm saying in essence is that from what I had mentioned, even if when I started talking, I told you that the Ipswich were just like a very simple meat for Chelsea to chew and then go to top 4. It didn't happen. So even the Southampton that's already relegated can still spoil your show.
Yes.
So from anybody from the 7th position up to the 3rd position, anybody can leapfrog another.
Okay.
So it's all about how they can be able to really work out. But I wish that they should be able to, clean up their mess in officiating and then make sure that they present the toughest and the biggest, and the strongest. That's the truth. If the officiating in England is good, and then you are giving people because just like I've just told you now, nobody gave Ipswich Town anything. In fact, my friend who's a Chelsea fan said, "Well, we are going to win them even by 2 or 3 goals." And then before we know it, they were chasing to get back to 2-2.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's
everybody from the 7th position to the 3rd can make it to top 4. That's my opinion.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's take other calls.
Okay.
Thanks for calling. Okay. That was a long one. Okay, he is of the view that the English league is very competitive and anybody can upset anybody. Don't look at a small club and say this one we are going to defeat them by the day. We just surprise you, and that is the beauty of English league, where you have some people that are constant in other leagues, some people that you just know that they will win the league, and when they don't win the league, it becomes a problem. Like Real Madrid, Barcelona. Once you see Barcelona not winning the league for 2 seasons, it becomes a big problem. Real Madrid, same with Real Madrid. When you go to the Bundesliga, same. If Bayern doesn't win the league, it's a big problem. So, is the English league more competitive? Is English league better than other leagues? That's what we're asking. You can be a part of the show when you call our studio line. Call us, hit us up on 0808 427 5464. If you're just joining us, this is Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking the Premier League. Is the Premier League the most competitive league in Europe? That's what we are discussing today. So you can be a part of the show. Call our studio line on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. Okay. I was trying to do some permutations here. I said, despite the fact that the English league are doing very, very fine, they may have an added advantage. They may have an added advantage in the sense that already they have 5 slots. Other countries will be having 4 slots. They're already having 5 slots. Then there's the possibility that if Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur wins the UEFA Cup, that will be 6 slots for the Premiership. So is it? I think with that, the English league will actually dominate everywhere. That's what I'm just thinking. That's my thinking. What's your take on this? Call us on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. When you call us, tell us what's your take on that. Yes. Arsenal did the impossible, beating Real Madrid. Manchester United yesterday defeated Lyon. Frankfurt, Tottenham also defeated Frankfurt. Chelsea also defeated Ligia Wajwa. That name is so they defeated them, and they are next. They are all in the semifinals of the various league. So I think our time is fast spent. I don't know, like the network is a little bit bad today. Let's just see how it goes. Let me just take out the matches that we have tomorrow, and then we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow games in the Premiership, we have Brentford versus Brighton, Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth, Everton versus Man City, West Ham versus Southampton, Aston Villa versus Newcastle. And I think this is where we'll call the show a day. My name is Kuji Benjamin, and I'll say have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Oh yeah, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oh yeah, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Él te jura un falso amor, es un abusador. Juega con tu corazón, sabes decir que no. La ilusión, el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Tu cuerpo y el mío juntitos bailando. Felices gozando.